You gonna log in, single viewer?
Yep, I'm waiting.
Excellent.
So shall we just do last time on Dragon Ball Z and watch my recap from last week?
Look, I think you can speed run the recap. Give me like the executive summary.
Yeah.
Okay, who is echoing?
It's Cameron.
Okay.
I fixed it.
Okay, cool.
Because I just had turned on the stream and it wasn't muted yet. Is it still echoing?
No.
Oh wait, no, I have Twitch open, that's why. So I'm an idiot.
Who's echoing? It's myself.
Trying to play me? Can't believe you.
We got him.
Alright. Shall I do the recap of the recap?
Recap my recap, baby.
Yeah, I'll do my recap first.
Okay.
Okay, now your turn.
No, things happened.
Yeah, one thing happened.
One thing.
A rogue BBEG came into the picture and cancelled the night.
Yeah.
Spraying. Actually, I want to finish that.
All right.
Spraying and praying.
Last time on the grand adventures of Saravay and her minions, as Olsen shrank down, he shepherded the party towards the bottom of the ravine, where a tent of goblins was all crowding around a large swirling purple cauldron. Before they all saw the party following them, they shrieked and ran deeper into the cave. Using his alchemical knowledge, Algae concluded that the cauldron was full of a powerful opiate, concluding that there must be something to do with this red glowing magic that is terrible for the body. As the party heads deeper into the cave, they are well aware of traps, though sadly Saravay quickly forgot and copped a whole set of arrows to the face, as serving as a grim reminder for the rest of the party to check twice and walk forward more slowly. Coming across a few individual goblins, the party quickly murder them and head deeper, drawn to the sound of chanting and the flicker of firelights. As the party reaches a new level lower, they come across a skull-filled altar with 3 goblins chanting around it as flames flicker around them. The party quickly leaps into action, Olsen transforming into a wolf and charging forwards as Saravay follows him, chain dancing behind her. Algae, unfortunately, is immediately mugged from behind by several goblins and knocked to the ground, bleeding out and crying out for the party to come and save him. Quickly dispatching a goblin, Saravay comes to his aid and deletes one of the goblins before healing him and bringing him back up to his feet. One of the goblins screams, "Farmagleblat!" but does not want to tell them any more of their plans, so Saravay quickly cuts him down. From the central altar, a red glow starts emanating out, growing forth like a bubble and surrounding the party, before eventually starting to contract once more as the goblin's chanting reaches a crescendo. Quickly, the party slashes and dashes their way through the rest of the goblins, felling them all and stopping the ritual, where the red glow slowly fades out and disappears, leaving a haunting silence to fill the room. Rummaging around the tomb, the manometer starts going wild, and Algae is using it to pinpoint where the node itself is. Taking the time to look at the altar in the center, it's a well-decorated tomb, though something that the party would find quite faint, though obviously had some great significance to the goblins here. And then a random giant goblin thrashed his way through the room, spewing bile and mucus all over the party, and causing them to rapidly retreat and run away screaming from the noxious mess, saying that they'll come back at a later time when they're better prepared.
Yeah, Olsen was waylaid captured by the Vomitron goblin. Gobby Bomb?
Woof.
Can you guys still hear me? I've taken off the earphone that's not working, but I don't know whether it was acting as a mic.
No,
we can hear you.
You can still hear me fine?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what this piece is doing. It's just completely useless. Leave it over there.
Maybe they just sold you like one earphone, the other one's just made out of plastic, there's nothing inside.
Well, I checked with Spotify and I was like, ooh, such good quality with my like Bose running headphones.
Maybe it can tell you're
Sponsored-
not running, so it's
sponsored
not giving you. It's supposed to stream. This product doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm not happy with them. Yeah, it's weird.
Lachlan, one of the goons, has asked why you're attempting to usurp Matt Mercer's life and vibe.
Oh, well. You know,
He's
I think
way
it's
too
actually-
sway to be Matt Mercer, man.
Yeah, I
Look at
know,
this
Rob.
motherfucker.
I think it's actually just what happens when you DM campaigns. It's a natural effect.
It's the hair and the headband.
Does he wear headbands too? This is actually a sports headband. It's not a
Oh.
DMing headband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt Mercer's never done
Can you
sport
imagine?
before.
It's not a headband of alluring charisma +3.
No, it's a headband of dexterity.
Love that.
Okay. What would you like to do? You're
I don't know, I'm gonna tell me what to do.
okay. So just okay. So you're at the tomb. All the goblins are dead. Are you guys on this map? No.
Yeah, we were on the map.
I was
Where'd
there
it
a
go?
minute ago.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have control of myself
I'm
this
still
time.
You are there. You are there. It's just
Just
Alex
stacked
isn't,
very,
right?
very tightly together.
It's yeah, I'm not gonna be on.
I should be able to add my little gnomish buddy.
I mean, I could see him, but
Oh yeah, there you are. All right, you're my character now. Okay. So, the tomb. Algie, you put out your manometer. It's thrumming.
I go.
Lead the way, Algie.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, once again, it seems that Joseph is just like, oh, you guys go and do this nice simple mission, and then, well, lo and behold, look at how many goblins and these weird, horrifying, glowing red ones there are. And we're gonna come up against one at some point that doesn't just glow brightly or turn invisible. One of them is gonna come out and throw fireballs at us.
Yes.
And then where would we be?
I am a bit concerned that maybe he's not just inept, but he's trying to send us down a dark path.
We
After we-
better get an appropriate tier level token for this one, right, guys?
Right.
We better-
Too true.
I mean, it's more we better get an appropriate level on the ranking, on the leaderboards after
Yes.
participating in two such dangerous missions.
Token feeds directly into your leaderboard ranking. Look, I'll explain it to you later. You have to trust the system.
I'm all ears.
This conversation is actually said in quite loud tones because that manometer is fucking going, right?
Oh,
Like,
it's just like, beep, beep, beep.
yeah. So, but that's fine. It is quite noisy.
I try and find the source of the rift or whatever we want to call the
node.
The node, yeah.
The central of the node.
So as you approach the tomb, the manometer just flatlines. You found the node.
I think this is it, guys.
The place of power. It's gotta be.
Let me check it out. Oh no! Oh wait, I can't get it.
Do we want to like open it or anything, or like is it usual to find a tomb with power? This is a tomb, right? It looks a lot like a tomb.
It is indeed a tomb. I think I described it last session just before we stopped. It was like
Yeah.
a tomb with like writing in a language that you don't recognize, but you know is ancient.
And like, what would my training be? Would I want to investigate the tomb, or would I just be like, "There's a source of mana. Set up the
What's in
thing."
your handbook? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I consult the handbook.
you sort of you scroll through the handbook, flip through the handbook. It's not a fucking Reddit post. The handbook does actually have advice on this. It says that you shouldn't be. There's like the says that the node is caused by the sort of event that has occurred there, but the node itself has like penetrated into the planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can remove this stuff and the node will still be there, but the handbook recommends disturbing these things as little as possible. In general, because often they're cursed, or protected, or otherwise. But there is a footnote which says, having said that, some nodes yield a treasure to the particularly intrepid Corsman.
What's your call, Olsen?
As
What
the
should I do?
handbook says, we should set up the mana beaker. What are we? The mana collector. What is it called?
The
No, the collector of the mana.
Yeah.
The Papa.
Oh, true. Yeah, the
Tapper.
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 We should set up the tapper and leave the tomb alone.
I guess I'll unsling or get the tapper from my backpack or however I'm
Mhm.
traveling with it.
As a reminder, then you got an upgrade to your Tapper, right?
Yeah, we did.
What was that?
20%
that
faster
it-
tap speed.
And it can disguise it. And it can disguise itself.
Oh,
That's
I can
right.
disguise itself.
That's right.
I'll add another skull pile.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish. What? Does anyone remember what the Tapper was last time? It was like a backpack.
Yeah. Or like a barrel.
Yeah. I was gonna push a skull pile off,
this?
but I was.
Was that the? Maybe that's okay. So
Uh,
that was the old Tapper, but now we're sophisticated.
We get a bigger backpack.
No, we get the skull piles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaking
yeah.
another skull pile in there.
Hmm.
Deftly done, Algie.
They didn't call me top of the class for nothing.
That's surprising. Anyway,
I mean-
the,
It didn't say that, but I did.
they didn't call me top of the class for anything.
Oh my god, so many skull piles.
May have overdone it, Algie. Just
Yeah.
one pile of skulls, I think, will be enough to conceal.
Inconspicuous.
All right, I think we just want to set up the Mount of Node and then head out of here before any more goblins show up.
While Algie's doing that, Sarave wants to go and have a rummage through these magey goblins.
Oh my!
Okay. Yeah. You have a rummage. You find a note, actually.
Ooh.
And it describes. It's a recipe
Oh.
for analgesiac.
Ooh.
And it describes the process of how to brew a particularly powerful opiate, and instructions to administer it to those who have been. The text says blessed, those who have been
Ooh.
blessed on a daily interval, or if traveling, use the potent version for weekly
Yeah.
doses.
Oh,
Signed.
interesting.
Signed the Hag.
Ooh.
Under the hag.
Any of these guys look like a hag?
No particularly hag-like goblins in place.
Does Sarave
Well-
share this with the group?
Yeah, Sarave is just like, well, I might have found something a little bit interesting. And she sort of relays that to everyone else. It's like, maybe this hag has something to do with those people those druids were talking about. Or not the druids, what were they, dryads? The plant people before.
Wasn't it just one dryad?
Yeah, the dryad. It's like, I mean, I suppose it makes sense needing something like this, though. If they're counting that much power a blessing, yet needing to drug them up this badly, well, the length some people will go to for power when they lack any natural gift or talent, and she just sort of hops, teleports around the thing and just ends up sort of over here, just leaning on this pillar, just being brushing her nails out.
Sarave, stop fucking around. This is exactly what got us into this mess before.
Sarave.
Yes,
We're
yes,
still
no,
in
you
danger
are.
down here. There could be traps anywhere,
Yeah.
and you're bouncing around the room like an idiot.
Yes, no.
Hair looks to be
yes,
sizzling a little
good
bit.
luck.
Those poles are on fire.
Either way, this hag is clearly a powerful alchemist, considering what Algie was saying about that potion upstairs.
Yes. They must be related to the Dryads. I'm certain of it.
Good. Do we?
Another mage actually has a little like sort of figurine, I guess, constructed of like the bones of small animals and like scraps of fur.
Kind of a psychopath.
It's
What?
a goblin. Like, come on.
Yeah, they're goblins again.
Yeah, I know. It's a joke.
It's you know it's pretty hard to tell, but it's been decorated in like sort of basic ways, and there's a couple things that like sort of really stand out. The fur is all black, like dyed black. It's been intentionally made black, and it's got like strong arms ending in sharp talons, and they've sort of put this like little red sort of chips of glass in for the eyes, and it's wielding this giant axe made of like it's like a stick basically and a couple chips of stone.
Does it look like one of the gods of the pantheon that we know of?
Quick question. I can't remember. Did I do an autopsy on that other red-handed big goblin?
I don't think we
just
had
continue
time.
Down the pit.
Right.
Too many things to murder.
The gems in this thing reminds me of something we need to do. Do it on the way out.
Looking around, you actually see very very similar like axes and sort of like small like sort of goblin-esque faces with like chips of like red in them like piled up next to this shrine. Next to this tomb.
Chips of red. Can we collect the chips at all, or are they like a gemstone kind of thing, or just like random rocks painted red or something?
It's like little chips of glass.
Okay.
But hey, some of them might be valuable.
All right.
Throw them in the sack.
The goblins sure wouldn't have been able to tell.
Yeah. I throw them in my backpack.
All right. Are we done here? I feel like
Have I finished mana tapping?
we
what's
just gotta
happening?
leave it. We leave the tapper, guys.
Yeah.
No, it takes 20 minutes or whatever for me to finish tapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the
we
actual
gotta tap
thing
it.
takes like a few hours.
Let's just
Yeah.
finish up with the tapping. I don't know. I'll have a look around. So I don't recognize the figurine. Doesn't look like the goblin god of mischief or anything like that I know of.
Roll me a I don't know
That's the story, Ed.
Here it comes.
Well, goody.
15
Hey.
plus history's plus 2, 17.
17. Look, you know that the goblins do have their own sort of pantheon, but no one talks about it. No one cares about the goblin pantheon. So you assume it might be, and you don't recognize this as like a sort of human or gnomish or like sort of common races. What are they called? Yeah, common races pantheon. You assume it must be some sort of goblin pantheon, but you can't pin it.
I think this is one of the crude goblin gods. They worship down in pits like this. Very well. Get to tapping, Algie. The sooner we
Well,
finish up here, the better off we'll be. This place makes
Fat
me
lot-
uneasy.
Fat lot of good it did them. Yeah, while Algie's doing that, Sarave wants to sort of creep around and I guess not really check for traps, or like sort of look out for traps, but there was a lot of goblins and more just sort of like make sure there aren't any more goblins coming down any other of the passages.
Yep. I guess roll me stealth.
Stuff is papa. Dirty 20.
Okay, all right. Yeah, as Algie is tapping this node, you have a solid 20 minutes to explore.
Watch your step, Survey. No more mistakes.
Yes, Olsen. Last time I rushed, I copped 4 arrows to the face. I will be careful this time.
No, that was the time before. Last time you just looked a bit silly.
She's just like, and just turns around and continues creeping about.
That's a really great interaction. Yeah, so you sort of explore the caverns and the sort of goblin structures that are attached to them. There's no one left. The caverns are quiet. It definitely looks like this was sort of a not I wouldn't call it new, but under development sort of situation.
Oh.
It's
does that go right to the other like?
Yeah, man. Goes right through.
We should have just gone in there. Oh my god.
And there's also this little pathway up here that we didn't.
Yeah, where Sarave's going.
No, this one up here comes out
Oh.
up the top.
Oh.
Oh.
the whole thing is riddled with traps, right? Like your progress is slow because there is so much bullshit like wires and everything that
going up here.
you need to disarm. On your way through the tunnels and whatnot, but and some of it's almost playful, right? Like it's not the traps aren't there to kill you; they're just there to embarrass you. And you
There's
see
a tar and feather trap.
yeah, like that sort of thing. And you see some like goblin-esque, goblin tongue, whatever is scrawled on the wall next to each of them. And then like a counter. But otherwise the tunnels are pretty quiet. You come across like the signs of habitation.
Habitation.
Sarave, no.
No.
Oh god, where'd she go?
She wasn't careful.
Yeah. It definitely gives you the feeling of like a new development, like a new sort of settlement, I guess.
And we gotta remember to like explore. Well, yeah, explore a little bit more.
It feels like cheating to like look around with your camera, you know. So we just have to.
No. I mean like in character, like instead of just rushing off, like explore actual places more.
Yeah. Like we were in combat, you know. Who made
Yeah.
this red Comic Sans? The Yanks.
I was gonna say.
The red Comic Sans we love. So stupid.
Okay. What now? Oh, the tapper is established, and it's doing its job.
And what happens? Is there that sucking of mana that you mentioned last time?
Yep. The mana bottoms out. Boom. You all feel it. Sarave, you feel it as well, like wherever you are. And you get like the hairs on the back of your neck start to prickle.
Okay,
Suddenly
so
it just
also-
feels a little more dangerous.
Yeah, Sarah's gonna make her way back to the party, and just be like, "Well, if that's done, I think it is now time for us to make a expeditious retreat, as it were."
I grab a vial of the purple.
I don't know. If you haven't
What-
already,
what
that's
for?
something that I want to do.
Yeah. Well, you could. Like, Olsen, you could do that. I'm gonna go investigate the corpse of our big goblin friend.
Very
Did you want to do that? Oh wait, you're sort of busy with the tapper. Olsen, you can do whatever you want while the tapper's being established.
I was just gonna stick around with the Tabbo because I know Algie's on his last legs and Sarave's. I feel like Sarave's being very irresponsible, so I don't want to do exactly what she's doing.
Hey, I'm on 1 health.
Alright, but now that we've tapped it, I'm gonna
Yep.
head over the way we came and try and swing back around to get some goop.
Okay.
I cross the bridge carefully.
Oh yes, the bridge. This bridge is booby trapped to high heaven. You had time to disarm it. There's no worries. But you know that if you were running across this, you would detonate.
Alright, if it's too many booby traps, I just go the other way, but for the sake of storytelling, I'll assume there's not so many that I physically can't pass.
You can definitely, like, they're pretty crude, right? They're easy to, for a man of your sort of wilderness experience, it's easy to sort them out.
I laugh at the crude traps. They're child.
I laugh in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha.
I come back to the group.
Right, where's Olsen? Oh, there you go.
Have I got a goop store, or is there anything around here that I could get goop with?
You would carry, like, you know, a water flask.
Check my inventory.
What do they give you out here? I've got playing cards. A bed.
I mean, there's bound to be some vials around
I've
here.
got a mess kit. I could put like
Or a
the mess
water
kit's
skin at
probably got
least.
some shit, right?
Yeah, for sure. You got like containers.
Yeah, I got a mess
Couple
kit.
water
Yeah.
flasks for sure.
Alright.
You can drain a water flask.
Drain a water flask. Drink a water flask. Let's not be hasty here. And then collect some goop. Carefully. But
Okay.
I think it's just an analgesic, right? Like I don't think it's gonna explode or anything.
Not from what I've told you, anyways.
Do I die? Am I still alive?
Roll me a death save. No, you're fine.
Just
The
one
death
death
save.
save.
You die!
And I continue up to my cadaver friend.
Okay. Where is he? So I deleted him.
Question. You probably
Oh, no, there
maybe
he
you
is.
did.
He's still there. Let me move you.
Yeah.
Okay. You're up at the big boy, surrounded by a pool of now quite like rusted red blood / other.
Goblin bits.
Oh, shit,
Other.
cigarette. There you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fish around for that gemstone or of the like.
I'm gonna say fish around. Is that the terminology you're gonna use?
I mean, considering the quality of our medicine check he rolled, yes.
That's the level.
You find so it takes you a little bit of digging. Your arms aren't very long, so I guess you're functionally up to your elbows. But
He got his whole head inside the goblin's chest.
yeah, Algy's version of like operation is
Messy.
it's messy. But eventually you find another red crystal buried between his shoulder blades.
Oh, yep. I found it. And then I also want to do one other thing. I want to hack off its red arm and then show it to Sarah and Olsen to be like, you think we should take this as well? Like just
Yeah.
holding this like goblin arm or whatever was red before.
Yeah, like it's like rusted red, right? Like the
Oh.
veins are still prominent, and then like you can see the sort of like the stress that's they've bloated these veins, right? But they're not glowing anymore. They're just this dull rusted red.
I think I'll bring this along as well.
Where's he gone?
He's up the top here.
This is like he's like
About
holding this fucking like tree trunk on an arm, right? For him, just wobbling about his head.
Come on, Olsen, you can do it.
I'm here. I made it. It's a long climb, but I'm here. Do you think that's really necessary? We had the little crystal. We've got the purple goop. I show him the goop.
That's evidence. It's such for science.
I'm just worried it's a bad look to hack off the limbs of our enemies. You know, it's not really. There's nothing in the code book about that.
I look at him quizzically, like, why wouldn't we do this?
I mean, he does have a point. It is only a goblin. And, like, worst case, I can cook it up and we can eat it.
That's a real bad case.
This is for science, not for eating.
Hey.
I'm not on board with the eating either. I'd like to go on record and say that. You know,
Human-
you're
fussy stuff.
Algathera now. You're working for Algathera, and one of the things that we don't do is cut off and brandish the limbs of our enemies.
Don't erase his culture.
I mean, I'm not saying that we do either, but like, a lot of meat.
But think of what value this could give to Agathera. What if we're missing something?
I
Could
don't
be a
think
key
this is
piece.
the kind of value that Algathera needs. Algathera collects mana, it collects other interesting artifacts. It doesn't collect limbs and pieces of goblins and things like that.
Magically infused. I think it's. Yeah, if you weren't in
What were the bad guys called? What were the guys in the boats called? Someone help me here.
As in the other country.
Yeah.
Titans,
That's more of a Thetan kind of thing. You know, I don't
Yeah,
know if
that's
you've heard of Thetans before, but they're well known for dismembering people and keeping parts of them. But the Algatherans don't really do that.
That's canon now.
Take note on that.
Mm. Look, it's canon. This is how D&D works.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, like in Syria.
Just put the arm down, Algie. That's it.
Let's take a little chunk.
I think the chunk that you've taken is enough. Just hacking off pieces of flesh. I don't know how they do things in Numeria, but here in Algathera, we don't do that.
What about
Fantastical anatomy and Agathera. This is what they teach you. You must have not done that electorate.
I should.
what about an ear?
Can't hear you over.
What about a crinkle crinkle? Was that?
Oh, I'm done.
I mean, in the class. Oh my god.
It's not me anymore.
I want to say, like, in the class, it was for animals and not humanoid things, but it's just barely a difference. Not the
As soon as
same.
something walks on two legs, we leave it with all its limbs. Right, Sarave?
I suppose. She's like, I suppose. I don't have the energy to argue with him. I'm tired, and I know I'm going to end up carrying it as well.
I'll reluctantly sigh and put it down, but I'm going to try and sneak a tiny bit of it into my pocket or, like, backpack or something.
I
Go finger up.
turn away because I trust that Algie's not going to.
Where's my sleight of hand?
I'm not even looking. As long as you
I rolled
don't
a
like,
3.
drop it on the ground.
You're like, I was like, I'm coming. Put your hands over this large finger on the ground.
All right, I'm going to roll a perception. If I get above 17, then I heard it.
Let's find out.
What you do here is
I don't hear
Like-
the wet slap of the limb hitting the ground.
a deep, like, symphony of howls echoing up
Again.
the valley towards you.
Wow.
Ooh, fuck.
Bad.
That is bad.
That is definitely bad. I mean, do we? I guess how close to sunset is it?
I cannot remember for the life of me when you came in here. Was this a morning thing?
I feel like it was probably a morning thing.
I think we
I really
traveled-
need to get better
we
at tracking
we
time.
left the city in the morning and then traveled over here and then entered, so it would have to be like at least midday by now. But
Yeah. I remember us saying it was like a couple hours of like travel time. and-
Yeah, but not all day. Yeah.
Not all day. So I'd say it's like early afternoon, 2 p.m.
Well, I was going to suggest making a camp here for the night, but it's a bit early for that. I suppose let's just try and avoid this large group of wolves.
It's odd for wolves to be howling during the daytime.
it is very odd.
Yes.
On the back of your neck are still like standing up, right?
Hmm.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
Lead the
I
way,
feel-
Elson.
I feel like we're kind of cornered here. We have to go out. We didn't see any other exits, did we? Sarah,
well,
in your searching of the area, did you see any other exits?
Roll me an investigation survey.
Yes. Opa. 18.
18. Okay, yes. Actually, you did.
Ooh.
The route out. How do I? Let me
Just take
let me
Algie
use the-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Down
that's
here.
good.
I
Where
feel like this.
we can't see Algae on the map, so like
Can you see my?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I can-
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
a beacon.
Yeah. I was like hopping around down there.
Yeah.
That little like pathway down there leads out into a tunnel. It's like a sort of it seems to be some sort of old mining setup. Like looking around at this sort of this structure, a lot of it is new goblin woodwork, but thinking about it, some of it actually looked pretty old. Like some of the foundations of what they built actually had some like a real old metalwork vibe to it.
Well, I didn't mention it. I didn't mention it at the time, Olsen, as it obviously we didn't want to go deeper underground. But while I was poking around, I found what looked like a much older mining tunnel, heading out deeper from the bottom of the ravine. And I mean, could be a better option than coming up against a pack of wolves that's out in the daytime. Up to you.
Yes, I think we fled from some goblins in the valley there as well. We'll be heading out into wolves and a barrage of arrows if we head back out the way we came in. We should find the alternate route and see if that can lead us outside.
Yes, follow me then. And Sarah takes them back down to where she was.
Alright, can I feel the wind? I want to see if I can feel the wind, Use my druidic
Smell.
skills.
Okay,
You smell something.
roll me a perception with advantage for the cleverness of detecting wind.
Double perception. God, I'm so smart. I got 37.
Hey,
Oh
what?
my god! Oh my god! Yeah, actually, look, it's a faint breeze. You definitely wouldn't have noticed it otherwise, but it is wafting up towards you.
Do I smell the outside? Do I smell the trees?
You smell.
Berries.
Actually, it's interesting. It smells quite wet. A bit foresty, like decomposing leaves. But there's a definite smell of water to this.
Like a swamp?
No, not that sort of like pungent swampiness. More of the sort of like a.
Like a cave-like smell.
It's actually a very alluring smell, especially for a druid. You can't get enough of that shit.
It smells excellent this way. Some kind of wet forest. That's the vibe I'm getting, at least.
Yeah.
I never understand druids. Well, I'm just like dripping in
Trust
goblin
me,
blood.
Algie, this is the way.
Covered in
Yeah.
Alright, we hit it.
Okay.
Book it.
I can't wait to see what map he's previously prepared.
I know, right?
It's always exciting going to new maps.
Yeah.
How do I summon y'all to my board again? There we go.
I'm waiting on Gum. Oh, it's very wet out here. Oh my god.
Ooh. Ooh, it's so big. Oh, this is
So
cool.
big, so pretty.
Oh, this is
So-
really cool.
Let me find my little men. So you all pop out over here.
On the shore?
Gonna need a little bit more guidance where over here is.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just putting you down and then I will do my... Oops. Like over here.
Aha.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's even a little cave hole.
That's cool.
Ooh. Boink.
Oh, I can't.
Should be
Yeah.
you now. Yep. Oh, you don't need to be embiggened. Hold on.
Just normal rabbit size.
Survey.
Yeah, so you pop out of, like, you wind your way through the tunnels, the mining shaft. The mine keeps going down, but, and it sort of branches off. It's like, it's an old mine, not that, like, it looks like hasn't been used in years. But as you're sort of progressing down the mine, you come across like just a natural crack, and the water is sort of like the floor, like down that crack. It slants up quite quickly, but the floor down that crap is quite wet and mossy, and that's you can feel that breeze sort of pushing in from that angle. You follow it up; it winds a bit, but as you get up, you start to see light, and you pop out here on the edge of a river. You sort of like you step like this sort of little wet bit in front of you is just gently sort of like
Oh, the water moves.
Just looking at
Yeah.
that.
it
Oh,
gently sort of drips down the cave, the natural cave shaft. It was quite narrow in some points, but the cave mouth is quite open.
Mm.
well, I mean,
Alright.
this certainly beats a pile of wolves.
Do I see anything in the tower to my right? South.
Roll me perception,
I'm
or
a
maybe
bit
investigation. Actually,
suspicious.
investigation would be more appropriate.
Oh, good roll. Did you see that? 15 plus 2, I think it is. 17?
Ooh, that was a cool roll.
17. From this distance, no. It just looks like a big old tower. All you notice is that it's like clearly a ruin.
Mhm.
Do we have any,
Oh,
like...
sorry, I was gonna ask, like, you know how we took the mana out of that area before? Do we ever like? Is there a notable shift ever? Like,
Ooh.
is Sarave's hair still raised?
So it took some time, right? And the tunnel was actually quite long and winding. It took some time, but you feel normal. You can't really recall exactly when you felt normal, and if it was like a switch on or off, or if it was just like a sort of fade. But you definitely feel back to normal now.
Mm.
I'm completely oblivious to it. I just wanted to know.
Well, I suppose this certainly beats where we were before. Shall we then? I suppose we should find out where we actually are.
Can we rest soon? How far is it?
We have to get shelter. What's your name? We have to get shelter, Algie.
It actually
Rest down
like
here.
the sun has certainly moved in the sky, right? Like it was actually you were down in those tunnels for a fair while.
Mm.
Do we know where the fuck we is?
Let me check my map.
Check
Roll.
the map, Algie. Do you know? Is there anything
Yeah,
about this
okay.
river?
Check the map and roll me a survival check to see how good you
Oh,
are at reading
God.
the map. And
Oh god, my survival's gonna be dog shit. -1.
Oh no.
15 actually.
like plus or minus one.
Yeah, -1. 15 net.
Okay. Wait, what does the net mean? I'm not a finance person.
It's a 15 is the
It's-
final result.
Okay.
Yes, 16 -1.
All right. Yeah. So you know, like
Finance
this.
person doesn't know what net. Come on, man.
Don't hold me to that standard. You like this is a pretty solid river. You look across the map. There's only really one river that's marked out, and it's that river that was running south of the road.
Whoa. What does south mean? I'm not a geographer.
Good question. Anyone a geographer?
Do you have profession geography?
I'm a cartographer. Wow, this using Discord is like slamming my battery with
Oh,
the
yeah.
video. Where's my charger? Oh well.
Does anyone? How do I do this without fucking it up? What's like a good in-game metric for memory for recalling conversations?
It's gonna be wisdom,
Flashbacks.
intelligence.
Yeah.
One of them.
Like,
I feel like it's an intelligence thing.
Intelligence. Yeah, I think that's right.
yeah, it probably like maybe investigation because you're investigating your own mind.
Do you need me to
Ooh,
remember
yes.
something?
Okay.
Wouldn't it be history? You're
Actually,
thinking back.
History's
So,
a pretty
Cap-
good one.
no, history is like study. I actually
No, but
like.
it's like
I like-
remembering what you fucking read, right? Like,
You're remembering your history.
it's totally
I-
history. Like,
I don't
God,
vibe
God
history.
damn it,
I don't
get
vibe
out of
history.
here, Brendan.
You're ruining the
Yeah, watch it on Twitch, you nerd.
Okay, all right, okay.
Give us a viewer.
Every time.
So it's an intelligence roll. What was the other options other than history?
Investigation for
Arcana.
investigating your
Oh,
own
investigation.
mind.
It was investigation.
Yeah.
I don't know
Investigation.
why you like investigation so
no,
much
no,
because it's
I like
clearly
inve-
history.
I
like
love it.
investigation.
I like
because-
investigation.
But no, because I have a reason. I have a reason why I like
Who
investigation.
do you want for this?
You. So you're looking
Me?
at the
Okay.
map, right?
Okay. Yep.
And so your survival helps you place this as you're on the main river that's running south of the road, and this sort of tower to the what is this the south of you. I'll have to fix the direction of this map again, but whatever. This tower that's south of you at the current point in time is actually marked on the map as it's just called River Ruin. Now,
Well,
as you look at that, roll me an investigation check, please.
I rolled a net 18, which is 13 plus 5.
Okay. You actually recall from your conversation with Fergus Blackwoods.
Oh,
Can I recall who Fergus Blackwood is?
I do.
Something about him being off to a river crossing node.
Was he
Yeah.
Oh,
my boy?
your nemesis?
That was in fact your boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
is he your
The one who got
nemesis?
pissy.
he's my frenemy.
Friend of me. Yeah.
He's the beta to Olsen's alpha.
Oh, okay. I want to be like this. This should be where. What was his name again?
Fergus Blackwood.
Bergen.
Where Fergus Blackwood should have been heading. This tower, I believe, was headed towards. It was towards where he was searching for the node.
Oh God, we better check up on him.
But if it's not been tapped yet,
Has it not been
I'm
checked?
assuming.
Checked your manometer.
Or we can feel like it's not the. We can feel the mana in the air.
Yeah. Can
I
I check
know
the
manometer, Sarave. Check your manometer.
I check the manometer.
The manometer is it's beeping not super quietly, but not super. It's like boop boop boop.
Is it pointing towards the tower?
It's pointing south. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's got one. he's taking roleplay to the next level.
All right, we better take a closer look. All right, I'm gonna
Okay.
head over. Keep your eyes out. There could still be goblins around.
If you pause for a second. Don't move for me, please.
Putting goblins in. Now that I've said it.
I had
I've been bonus action running.
Oh, I gave those signet rings back, didn't I? I gave them to the.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have these anymore.
okay. Please resume.
Algie, probably stay between Olsen and I, just considering your current state.
Yes, all of us are weakened, but none so much as you, Algie.
Yep.
I continue tramping on
Mm.
I'm hobbling along.
into the tree.
Roll me a stealth as you come out of the trees.
Down
Everyone or just Olsen?
Well, I think you're doing brute stealth, so it's
7.
probably Saravay with
plus 2,
disadvantage.
9.
Saravay with disadvantage. You know how it
Okay,
works.
good.
Whoopah.
7 plus.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay. All right. Please proceed.
We proceed. I keep getting the fucking trees.
Yeah. Fight your way out of the trees.
Oh, I see something.
You. I guess you do. What are you seeing?
An upside down.
I'm stuck in the trees.
Looks like
as
some
well.
kind of ghoul. Upside
Yeah.
down ghoul.
You
Shh, quiet.
you
I see something.
you do. You as you approach the tower, you see a dead ghoul. It's like a covered in sort of like seaweed. Looking like moist. But it's
Freshly
definitely dead. Very damp, but very dead. The whole tower is sort of littered with the scenes of battle.
Oh.
Do I hear any sounds of battle? Or like...
Oh, it's actually deathly
Littered.
still.
Okay, quickly, we might be too late.
Well, that's unnerving.
A little bit. Oh, on top of the tree. Let me down.
Yep.
Walk in and have a quick little geezy beast. Do I see any more dead people? Is that
Yes.
skeleton real?
The skeleton is it's real, but it's ancient.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's another dead thing.
As I come in, I'm gonna come over here and stab this ghoul.
Just in case.
Okay. You get a particularly wet squelch. But nothing else happens.
I might have set it on fire then,
It's
as
fine.
per Agatharian. Yeah, but
Policy.
I got fire bolts. Make it hot enough.
Someone's got to do it.
Agatharian, isn't that Agatharian 101 with the ghouls?
Yes, it probably is. I mean, yes. It's right there in the handbook, of course.
Saravay just like looks at this and just like
Oh yeah.
just doesn't say anything, but she's just like,
I was just gonna say there's a pile of wood in the middle. Maybe I'll just try and chuck them all on there.
So what do you light on fire, Cam?
Well, I was gonna start putting them on the pile of wood in the middle of this thing.
Oh yeah, okay. So you lob them onto the pile, and then you set the pile on fire.
Well, I haven't lit it on fire yet. But I'm gonna say, do you think it's safe to light a fire?
Not yet.
I don't
Let's
think-
search the area a bit more first.
Okay,
And Fergus might need us.
Roger.
We're gonna look in the tower, right? That's the main landmark I can see.
yeah.
I don't know if I can actually enter this tower or not.
Yeah. Look, you can. It's a small entryway. Definitely not built for humans. You can squeeze in though. It's just not very comfortable. There's nothing of note really in the ground floor of the tower, and it winds and winds and winds its way up. It's derelict. Like no one's been in here. There's nothing of value. But you can get to the top.
But there's no like signs of like people coming through recently, no like broken cobwebs, dust brushed off the stairs, blood.
Prince on the.
The
Dusty
whole
footprints?
tower has been
on
sort of
top.
disturbed. But when you do get to the top of the tower, you see more signs of conflict out towards the bridge.
The bridge to the south.
The big bridge.
Big one. Yep.
Alright, I can come back downstairs and tell the boys. We need to head further south, across the bridge. That's where the path of destruction leads.
Algie, your marmometer is still not actually going that hard. It's like it's definitely picked up, but it's not full humming.
It's pointing south.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, yeah. The
Oh,
manometer is pointing south as well.
very well.
Yes, let us continue. We need to. I mean, ideally, we're not too late for Fergan's lot, like we were with those other poor sods.
Come, Algie. There's no time. Oh, I see something else now.
Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity.
Do I
Trying
see
to keep
that?
up.
I see that ranger fellow.
Yes.
Oh,
So
Oh,
uh-oh.
oh no.
progressing forth, you see what do you see? You see the
Yep.
corpse of a like half elf ranger.
Oh no.
Do they have a signet ring?
Too
I
far.
guess we haven't got
From
that
this
yet.
distance, you can't tell.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Is that another
I'm gonna continue a little bit closer. Is this
Yes.
ghoul look dead?
That's another dead ghoul.
So everybody wants to duck around the trees over this side.
Sure. Are you stealthing again?
Yeah. Ah,
I'm keeping with Olsen.
I can't fit through the trees.
I think I see
Whoopa.
a lady on the ground now.
Oof,
Oh,
that's an 8.
Dryad.
That's an 8.
Is that another
Yeah,
Dryad?
Algie's correct. There's another dead dryad. In fact, let me move Algie.
Yeah.
Ooh, there is.
There's a dead dryad right next to the ranger. The dryad is got an arrow through its thigh, but the cause of death appears to be a sword slash through its chest.
Mm.
Alright, I'm
So I'm gonna check out the corpses. Yeah.
gonna leave the ghouls because I'm frantic now. Running forwards. And I call out, Fergan! Fergan! Do I die?
There is no response.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sarah's
well,
going to keep coming along this way out of the side as well.
I want to check for any identification on the ranger / anything of note on the. A quick glance over the Dryad, and then mostly looking for identification on the half elf, like their signet or
Yes.
any other like.
You peel his gloves back, and yes, there is an Algatheran signet ring.
There's another one here, Olsen.
Alright, I come back. Do I recognize this ranger?
This one was one of ours.
Do you? Do you?
Did we see Fergan's party before he left?
You only saw Fergan.
Yeah. So we don't know.
This ranger looks not like super young. He looks relatively old actually.
Ooh.
But you don't really recognize him. You sort of think he might be vaguely familiar, but he was just. I mean, there are a lot of clawsmen. It wouldn't be unusual for you to not know someone who's sort of just like a
Yep.
run-of-the-mill person who's out in the field.
I don't recognize him. He must have just been a horseman, but I believe he must have been in Fergan's party if he's out here. Come on, we have to try and find him. Bring the signet ring.
I'll give Olsen the signet ring.
Okay.
I
Here you
just
go.
deleted them from my fucking inventory.
Yeah, Sarah's
You're
going to
the
keep coming along the side here. She can scamper up the side of the bridge when she gets there.
Okay. I imagine you've been looking out for stuff on the way.
Because, yeah, she's sort of like creeping through the trees to just be like, what's going on over here while they're looking at the bodies.
Yeah. So creeping through the trees, not a whole lot, honestly, in the trees. You get the sort of you're a bit wary of the river. You get sort of. Oh, roll me an insight.
might need to turn off my camera because I've only got 7% battery left.
Oof. 14
Yeah.
minutes.
I might have your replacement photo here still.
With a 14, you definitely feel like the river is dangerous, but you can't pinpoint exactly why. The the trees feel safe.
Mm.
The bridge feels unusual.
Oh.
But you feel like the forest has not really been touched.
She sort of peers through the trees, trying to catch Olsen's eye, and she's just like,
Olsen, roll me a
Dude, like some thumps, some like a rabbit, like.
yeah. Like,
It's 14, whatever it was.
I don't even know what this is.
Insight?
It might be
History?
an insight. It might be an insight.
Roll me
Animal
insight.
handling? Animal?
Animal handling.
Yeah, animal handling's not bad.
Unlock
No, I
new
feel like
nature.
this is like sort of code name stuff. So I feel like insight's not too bad. Look, you get the vibe. You don't know exactly what's being said, but you get the vibe that the Saravay is disconcerted, but you're not sure why.
I'm gonna be cautious. Cautiously look around and approach the bridge a little bit to the side, so I can hide behind the pillar if need be. I see some more dead boys.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if I can make anything out of this distance.
You see more corpses upon the bridge. Interestingly, from where you are, none of it appears human or even common.
Alright, I'm gonna meet up with Saravay. I see. Saravay!
yeah, and she'll just like duck from the thing over to the side of the bridge, and then just sort of like sidle along the in the cover of the bridge.
I offer Saravay a treat with my outstretched hand.
And then she just like hang on him. It's like, oi, don't you patronize me.
Alright, what's wrong? Why, you seem even more concerned than you should be about a bunch of ghouls and my friend be dead.
I don't know. Something seems off. The forest is fine, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something just feels wrong about this. I don't think we should get near the water.
I listen to the sounds of the forest. Is it too quiet?
It is eerily quiet, for sure.
I checked the momanometer.
All right, you would have progressed up here as well.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
He just does that, He just creeps up on you. It's thrumming. Yeah, it's really thrumming.
Is it like right here at the bridge? Algae, is it nearby? Where's the node?
So close.
It's still
I
playing
can't see
sound.
anything though.
It's still
Oh, yeah.
playing sound, but it's damn close.
Yeah. We're definitely closer.
We have to be wary crossing the water, but I don't know what else we can do. We have to cross the bridge, and we have to try and find Fergan.
It's the bridge on 1 health.
I step boldly into the side of the bridge. Not
I like-
into the middle.
I like boop Algae in the face. And he sort of gets a bit of a glow on him. Like, you obviously need this more than I do at the moment. You get 6 temporary hit points.
6! He's done it!
6. It's heaps.
That's not bad.
Alright, I'm gonna tread cautiously forwards onto the bridge. Do I see Fergan?
And you do not.
Alright, I stay away from these holes in the bridge. And I stab this ghoul.
It sighs out, and then
Ooh.
squelches to death.
Jesus. I recoil. And prepare myself for attack.
Nothing happens.
It's just the gaseous form escaping. Ooh, 3% battery. I'm getting real low.
I'm gonna continue across the bridge. I'm not gonna stab this ghoul, but I'm gonna stab the dryad. Actually, probably not. I'm just gonna walk past them both.
Algie, as you approach the midpoint of the bridge, the Marmometer flatlines.
Oh.
Guys, just standing there holding it,
I'll come
looking.
a bit.
Yeah, like I don't know what to do right now.
I feel like that's bad.
Is it?
Because we don't have a second node tap, we'd have to find
We don't have
theirs,
a
wouldn't
node
we?
Actually, can somebody send me the Discord link on Facebook? I'll just try and join it on the web chat.
How do I do that?
Um,
Invite people.
create invite, copy.
I don't want a
There you go.
photo. Um,
I actually love the Tailspire screenshots because it's like a photo journal of the adventure.
Yeah. Especially like when we have popped out into a new map and you can do like a fun over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Mhm. So the Marmometer is popping off.
up and off. All right, give me 2 secs to go over.
All right, go and move his character somewhere really confusing.
Yeah.
Just drop it in the river.
Act like we've all moved to the other side of the map. We're up in the hills now or something.
I do them there, LG.
I'm just committing to the bit of never spelling it properly or saying it properly.
With the minute.
It's like in Drag Race, the current shtick you get because it's all winners is a legendary legend star. But every time RuPaul just says it worse and worse, and like at one point she's just like, "You get a legendary."
Alright, I continue into the dungeon.
Which dungeon?
What was a dungeon?
There was a dungeon.
Alright, we're back on the bridge. Alright, we can, we just have to keep going, right? I see. We'll have to return. We don't have another node tapper, and we have to find Fergan. Come along.
Yes, if we find what's befallen him, I'm sure we'll find another node tapper.
Don't talk like that. He could be just
Well.
fine. They might just be sleeping.
Well, it's true. If we find Fergan, we can bring him back here and theoretically share the glory of tapping this node. Maybe.
I see an X-Men.
As you sort of head down off the bridge, the Axeman sort of groans and sort of pushes himself slumped up against the pillar. He's holding like his organs into his stomach. He's not long for this world. But he looks at you and says, "Oh, are you Algatarans?
Yes, brother. Rest.
Are you Cosman?"
It's me, Olsen McNeros.
Olsen. Oh, yes. Fergan actually talks about you more than I really wanted to hear, but enough of that. Oh, sweet irony for you to be here. You cannot save me. It's too late, but Fergan and the others, there may still be a chance. They've been taken. They've been taken. There was too many. There was too many from the river. Too many from the forest. I don't know. I don't know where they've gone, but the dryad seemed to mention some sort of temple. I wish I could be of more use, but my brain is my thoughts are fogging over. It's so hard to even speak.
Do you know which direction they left in?
To the west, down. They were heading down back to the road. I know this area somewhat. It's definitely heading out west. I just the only words I got were hag and temple. Like,
Shush now, brother. Algie, tend to him. Trust us, he's an amazing doctor.
Oh, alrighty.
all right.
Zarave just sort of as like, I think we might have something else that might be able to help him more
I've
than
already
than algae.
Saturday, he's too far gone.
reaching for you.
This is the best we can get for him now.
Uh,
She just-
shorts.
She just pointedly looks at his like bag or wherever he put the purple goo.
I rolled a net 1.
Fuck it.
All right.
So
Oh,
it
no.
failed, it was a 2 minus 1.
Okay. Look, you are far overconfident with all this sort of surgery you've been doing.
I'll just
And
do it for
you
you.
sort of brush his hand away, and you go in there to like sort of sort out his abdominal wound, which is like it's like sort of a gash, like a sort of split open by some sort of river ghoul. And you get in there and you start like trying to. You're like, oh, you're like, you stand back, it's fine. And you brush his hands away. You get in there and you just start pulling out organs to try and sort them out. And you're like, no, it has to be straight, orderly.
These are dirty. Can't have these in you.
Sarave just picks him up and she's just like, Algie, what?
Algie, you did your best.
Oh, he didn't make it. I'm sorry.
Very
I tried
well,
all I
brother.
could.
Is he dead?
Try to
Is he
like
still alive? Is he like?
He's Zoidberg style, like.
He's look, he's a tough nut, but he's not doing very well at all. He's like, I don't know if this is helping.
All right, I'll give him some of the purple goop now. We have a vague
Oh.
idea that it might be a painkiller, so I'll be like, "Here, brother, take some of this and rest."
Okay.
A little
Yeah.
sippy sip.
So you give him a sip, and the effects are almost immediate. It's incredible. He just sort of leans back against the pillar and sighs, and he says, "Oh, I see. The golden man."
Back.
And his eyes just sort of roll back in his head, and his breathing slows, and he just lies there. He's not dying actually. He's just very, very zonked out. He's in a deep K hole sort of thing.
Oof.
Oh, I thought he was dying.
The goo is just that good.
You sure he's not
Because I
dying?
cleaned,
Hey,
it's
look,
because I cleaned
his-
out those contaminated organs.
He is dying, but
Just much slower now.
he's not dead. Yeah.
Okay. I reach out and I place my hand on his chest and I say, "Rest now, brother of Alcathera. You did all you could. You made the great city proud."
He sort of hears you. Like you sort of hear him like sort of sigh out, and he takes one last deep breath, and that's it.
Oof.
Alright. I'm gonna take off his signet ring.
Okay.
Gotta do it,
Yep. It's a tough life, these adventurers.
You did everything you could, Algie. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, let's not go that far. If you try that with me, Algie, I will get back up and I will stab you in the face.
Yeah.
That would be truly miraculous, but he did everything he could, Sarave.
Yeah, with my treatment, you would be able to get back up and stab me. I just imagine like my hands are just like so covered in like contaminated goblin blood, and just horrifically.
Gonna clean these.
Yeah, look, it's not a good look for you. You've there was definitely some experimentation going on there, but lessons were learned, I suppose.
also knew I did what I could. I tried my best.
You did what you could.
A 1? How do you do it?
Net one.
Alright.
All right. What would you like to do?
We're gonna head. He said westward, but is that down this road or is it some other direction?
Yeah. So let me go back to your board.
How
Yeah,
do
we
we,
definitely
like-
head wherever it.
I suppose that's the first we've got of an inkling of which direction we're actually facing, so we wouldn't have
Yeah.
known until now.
Yeah,
What does
let
the
me-
sign say? Hey, what does this sign say?
Yeah.
It's right next to us. It must say
Hold on.
something, right?
Does that do it? Yeah. Okay. I fixed the board direction.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, there is a sign. The sign says on the left side it says to Kirkwall. On the right side it says Camp Zeta.
All right. Oh,
Camp Zeta? Port Zeta. Port Zeta.
Yeah, I feel we definitely go in the direction
Outpost
he was
Zeta.
gesturing.
What? So what? What did I miss? The bridge mana node. Like, what happened there?
It's
We
just
just
there. Like
over it?
that's right where it is, where that statue and stuff is in the middle of the bridge. This little
Yeah, the
archway.
statue.
But we
and
don't
the
have
archway.
a tapper, you know. So.
Oh, true.
And it's a bit Gouldy. It's a
Oh,
bit
actually.
Gouldy.
Actually, on the corpse of this this dwarven axeman, there's a tapper.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right. Very
I
well.
reluctantly shoulder the tapper. I check to see if it's got the disguise functionality.
Yes, it's also like they were in town at the same time and they got the upgraded tappers too.
Modern
We got the new
upgrade.
firmware.
The latest Agatheran tech.
We must not forget the demands of the city of Algathera. Come, let's set the tapper. Back to the Death Bridge.
So sketch.
Do you place the tapper?
Come, Algie. What are you doing back
Yeah.
there?
Awaiting
I
your
actually
order.
can't move him, so I'm just going to assume we're at.
Okay.
Sarave takes her chain out and is just sort of like stalking around the other side from where Olsen is because she like doesn't feel safe here.
Yeah.
It's a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah. If anything happens, you have to protect me. I'm gonna be defenseless.
Okay. So, you place the tapper down, right in the archway. I'll actually, boom.
Oof.
Beauty. Which
Let
one's
me
real?
move you.
Oh,
Oh,
very
there you
nice.
go. So you're like to you, Cam. It appears like the sort of the tapper equipment, and you're sort of like manipulating it and setting it up. But to everyone else, it goes from being this sort of box-like contraption to a statue, and it looks like you're just sort of poking your hands through a statue. It's very weird. But the same thing happens. The mana, the air sort of chills, and the sort of blue swirl happens, and then it just starts spiraling into this statue. It takes. Well, actually, so the you have 20 minutes now again. Was there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna
Everyone
stab
who's
this
not
guy.
out you. Okay, yep.
This guy right here, he getting stabbed. Make sure.
He gets heartily stabbed.
Hmm.
Actually, do I return back to the tower? It's so far. I feel like that's too scary.
Yeah, don't leave me defenseless.
Yeah.
Sarah,
Yeah, Sarave's just gonna keep sort of like wandering around the bridge because she doesn't know why she feels so uneasy. But she does. So she's just sort of like trying to see, like peering into the water here, like looking into it over there,
Ooh.
just like
roll
trying to
me
be
an
like,
investigation check as you peer into the water.
oh, 23.
Yeah, there are humanoid shapes down there.
She's just like backs away a bit, and she's just sort of like, also there's lots of in the water, so many.
Yeah, like it's not like one or two. There's quite a few.
Like,
Are
Are they-
they ghouls or corpses or what do you mean?
They're very similar to the upside down creatures in front of you.
Yeah, they're definitely ghouls. I don't think they've noticed us so far, but we're definitely going to have the second the nerd tapper is done, we pick Algie up and we run.
And you know what? That's where we'll end tonight's session. You can think about how you're going to get off this bridge for 2 weeks from now.
Oh.
Can you not do next week, Block? Are you with?
I'm in Threadburn.
Just
Well,
skiing,
what are you doing
skiing,
next time?
skiing.
Look, I'm not being. Well, maybe. Look, don't get your hopes up, but we'll see.
All right. See you next month for
Yeah, see you
more
in August.
Twitch friends.
Daddies and Dragons.
Yeah, geez, it's gonna